Well, hey, thanks for joining us. I'm here talking to Jim from Forquer Heating and Cooling. And hey, Jim, it was kind of cold last night at my house. It was over the weekend, and wife and I, we made a nice little fire in the fireplace. It was kind of nice. And boy, it sure felt really warm right next to the fire. But at the same time, is it a good source of heat or what? What's going on there? What can you tell us?
Well, yes and no, Randy. The fireplace, if you're sitting right in front of it like you were, you're going to experience quite a bit of radiant heat. And that's great. Yeah, warm the socks up and everything like that. But once you start to get away from that radiant heat, it's really not. In fact, most of your heat's going up the chimney because to burn wood, you need oxygen. And so your combustion air, which it's drawing from the house, is now racing up that chimney. And that air is rifling in through all the cracks and the doors, wherever it can get in your house. So you get away from that fire and it's going to be pretty cold. So
I've noticed that, head to bed, it's like, wait a second, come on, it's chilly in here in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's cold to get away from that fire. And the other thing what we do is we tell people don't install your thermostat in your fireplace room if you're going to use your fireplace quite a bit, because it'll keep your furnace off. The fireplace will radiant heat onto the thermostat, and that room's nice and comfortable, but the rest of the house will go cold. The fireplace is a beautiful thing to sit in front of. Now, some fireplaces are heatolators, where they're new technology. They're almost like 80% furnaces. You build a fire in it, and it's got a blower on it, and it sits in a shell, and it discharges heat to the room. And of course, I'm talking about a vented fireplace. Now, some of these newer ones, ventless logs or whatever, that's a different type of animal. You have to be worried about moisture and things like that. But where it's vented, yes, you're going to have your room air going out with the combustion.
Well, it's good advice. And, I have seen and heard of those, the really nice ones that'll blow warm air and all. But, that's not as romantic, Jim, sitting there with your wife watching TV. It just isn't. So, if you're romantic and you like burning wood in the fireplace or such, go ahead and do it. But, Jim just made some really good, pointed out some really good things here for all of us to remember that, it is kind of using up some heat in your house. And, Jim, the one thing I didn't think of, I kind of knew that it was drawing heat from my house, but I never thought about the way it was sucking in through every little crack in my house, probably the outside air. So, darned if you do, darned if you don't, huh?
Yeah, anything that goes up a chimney, it's got to come from somewhere.
Well, hey, remember, if you want to see more great videos like this, you can always do so at forquerheating.com. And obviously, any problems with furnaces or air conditioning or something, these guys are really top notch and ready to go on that. So, hey, Jim, thanks a lot for the insight on all the fireplace things I'm probably doing wrong.
Thank you, Randy.